Hi, welcome to Wits End Farm. This is the home of Lost Mountain Barbecue Company's Pork U, where we have barbecue classes. I'm Sam Huff. I'm the owner of Sam's Barbecue 1 and the head cook of Lost Mountain Barbecue, a professional barbecue cooking team. With me is Dale Thornton, who is our general manager and longtime team member. Dale knows how to cook. I know how to talk. Between the two of us, maybe we can do something that you like. What we're going to try to do is spend a couple of minutes telling you about what we do at Lost Mountain Barbecue and at Sam's BBQ 1. The barbecue restaurant is in East Cobb, which is about 10 miles from downtown Atlanta. We started in 2004, and it has grown from a small takeout location to a full-size sit-down location with quite a heavy catering schedule as well. We're involved in barbecue competitions on the professional circuit, Memphis Barbecue Network, Kansas City Barbecue Society, Georgia Barbecue Association, and all the others. We also teach barbecue classes, and if you'll take a look at our email, we've got a lot of photographs on there of what we do at barbecue class. Pork U, we've had hundreds and hundreds of people go through the class who've gone on to compete themselves in backyard and professional divisions. We're really happy about that. Mostly what we try to do is have a little fun. As I said in the email, I'm a trial lawyer, have been for going on 39 years, but I'm inactive now. I tell people that I'm a recovering lawyer. Every time I get the urge to go near a courthouse, we call up some of our barbecue buddies and Dale saves me. We have a meeting, we cook some meat until the feeling passes. So we tell folks that want to get out of the legal profession, there's no better way to do it than to start cooking barbecue. Dale, you've gotten out of the executive world, as I understand.
That's right. I spent 30 years in the retail business, and if that wasn't bad enough, I started a club with a great friend of mine, Keith Williamson, about 10, 11 years ago, called the Hunt for Dead Pig Club. And it was just a bunch of wacky guys in the office trying to get out in search of great barbecue. And that passion and getting out of the office led us to day one grand opening of Sam and Dave's BBQ 1, as it was called back in those days. And that friendship began on day one, and little did I know that was going to turn into an entire change of career. And so be careful when you're in search of great barbecue what it might do to your career.
We've managed to ruin the careers of a number of people, and my wife is my law partner, and I can say that you don't want to start cooking barbecue for a career unless you've got a wife with a sense of humor. So what we try to do is to cook all kind of styles. We've taken the best of all worlds and we've combined it at the restaurant. We have Texans who come in and say that our brisket is better than what they grew up with. We have people from North Carolina come in and say that they like our vinegar-based dipping sauce better than what they get at home. We've got a little bit of South Carolina mustard sauce as well. We created our own sauces and rubs that we use at the restaurant, and we've maintained the tradition of long, slow cooking all night long. We emphasize quality over quantity. Everybody at our restaurant knows we put on the menu when the meat runs out, we close the doors, and that quite often happens. They don't like it if the macaroni and cheese runs out. They don't understand why that could happen. They understand when the meat runs out. But we try to do what we do for the restaurant at a competition. We try to apply the same competition techniques as far as we can to the restaurant cooking. Some things we just can't do that we can manicure and personally tend to at a competition, like inject every piece of meat. But we rub down every piece of meat, we hand pull every piece of meat. In fact, we let everybody know that we hand pull all of our meat, all of our boss and butts are hand pulled. We put this up in the restaurant. Little old ladies don't understand it, everybody else enjoys it. So we try to let them know that we hand manicure all of the meat that we give to them. We also try to educate folks through the classes, and as we learn at on the competition circuit, we always tell these people the truth. We don't make up stories for them. We tell them that our meat is the very best meat that can be cooked. We tell them that we take our pork from pigs that are trained, that we raise from piglets. These pigs are trained to sleep on their left side, so that that's where the meat is compacted. So we only take meat from the right side of the pig, the hams and the shoulders, more tender. It fluffs up better, and it isn't all mashed down and tough like that. And we tell everybody that's exactly what we do, and we do. That's the truth, more or less.
More or less. More or less.
And then we tell them that, well, if we don't know the answer to it, we'll make it up to them. But we know you guys know better. By the way, we want to say hello to Myron. We cooked against Myron for many years,
right.
and he's a tough competitor. Congratulations to Myron for all of your success. And we just want to remind you that we have beat Myron on occasion. We took the grand champion away from him in Richland Pig Fest one year, and then beat him a time or two in Hawkinsville at the National Beef Championship. Right. It's not easy to do, but it can be done. So if you're looking for somebody that can maybe encourage Myron to be humble, we're there to help out where we can.
And our good friend Chris.
Chris Lilly, of
That's right,
course.
great friend.
I don't know that I've ever beat Chris. I don't know.
Chris is a tough guy.
Chris is a great competitor, great man, and Myron is too. We try to have a little fun what we do. This is a t-shirt we came up with, so we stole a little bit from Amy, Mike Mills' daughter, and we've had a lot of fun with this as well. We try to have some fun doing what we're doing. Hope we can come do that with you guys. Being an ex-lawyer or recovering lawyer, we let folks know that we're a multi-service restaurant. They can get more than barbecue when they come to our place. We've actually had people come up and look at this and say, well, what are you going to do if somebody wants that? And we tell them, well, we can do that. And I've gotten 2 or 3 cases out of that. In any event, what we try to do is to preserve the old ways with new and modern techniques, but keep that old tradition alive of slow cooking our meat, providing a really high quality barbecue experience and an all-inclusive experience for all of our people at the restaurant. They become our friends. They come out here to the classes, and everybody has a good time with it. So if you're looking for somebody that wants to bring a little different angle to folks and show them some different cooking techniques, a little more modern cooking techniques, some ideas and techniques involving chef-style cooking instead of the old redneck barbecue cooking where they just throw a piece of meat on the grill. I got a real kick out of the issue of the addition when they were cooking tri-tip, and they smoked that tri-tip for hours and hours on end. That was a really interesting thing. But anyway, we've got some shots on as attachments to the email where we've cooked gator. We try to do that every Georgia-Florida game because we're big Bulldog fans, and of course you have to cook a gator on a day like that.
That's right.
Dale's special. What's your specialty, Dale?
I cook just about everything, but I grew up on a big farm in Mississippi where we grew everything and raised everything we ate, and one of those specialties was goat. Goat is the #1 consumed meat in the planet because of many reasons, is ethnic, religious reasons, but it's a meat that you don't find too often around in our parts. But I've been cooking it for a long time, and I've tried to apply the techniques that we use in competition barbecue and cook it different. Most folks cook it around the globe in a stew. Well, I cook it very different. I call it the around the world goat. These goats I cook typically are raised in Australia. The spices and rubs often come from the spices in Africa, and I use a Barbados based that originated down in the Caribbean. And we cook it and serve it here in Georgia. So it's a great goat, and people are really starting to love this in the restaurant.
I tell you, when you eat Dale's goat, you want to go and climb a steep hill. It's that good.
That's true.
Well, in conclusion, let us say that we had a personal note from Senator Al Franken a few weeks ago when we catered lunch for the U.S. Senate. And Al says that he is a good friend of your producer, John, who I'm embarrassed to say I can't remember his last name, even though we met in Vienna a couple of years ago. And Al said to say hello if we ran across you. And if you wanted to give him a call, Al can vouch, I hope, in a good manner for us. I think he had a good experience when we fed the combined U.S. Senate earlier in August. With that, we hope that you've enjoyed our information and that we can be of some service to you.